Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coach Nick here, and today I'm going to take you through a 10-minute post-workout stretch routine, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite stretches of all time, which just might be the best stretch ever. We're going to keep this very simple, 5 different stretches, 50 seconds on each, and then we're going to tie this all together with a 1-minute breathing drill at the end to really calm our nervous system down, bring us back to baseline levels, and help boost our recovery process so we are ready for our next workout. Join me. I would recommend having a towel or a mat or some sort of pad on the ground, as we're going to be floor-based for all of these, and we're going to start in classic hip flexor stretch, so 1 knee down, 1 foot out front. Let me hit the interval timer here, and then we'll get our workout or our post-workout routine on here. Post-workout stretch. All right, set here. All right, show you another beep, and we're rocking. Squeeze the back glute, slightly lunge forward, so I don't want to see you going into this thing. We just kind of went right through the hip flexor. So squeeze the glutes, that's going to fit the hip flexor on stretch. Slightly lunge in, get that nice deep stretch. And again, this is our post-workout stretch. This is our cool down, so deep breath. Good there. I'm going to do one technique with you here. So what I want you to do as we're breathing is for 3 seconds, really push this back foot really hard into the ground. Do that with me right now. So push it into the ground, 3, 2, 1, and then let it relax and slightly go a little deeper into the stretch. That's just a little PNF technique that lets you turn the muscle on, then it calms down, then we can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And got it. I got it set for 10 seconds just to switch over to the other side. So get that set up. You have vertical shin here, 1 knee down, 1 foot out front, and squeeze the glute, lunge forward, and then just take a couple deep breaths here. We'll do that PNF on this side too, but I want to give this a couple seconds. Deep breath. It should be a nice stretch right deep into that hip flexor. Okay, let's do that PNF technique here. So join me, push that foot really hard into the ground for 3, 2, 1, and then relax it, and then go a little bit deeper into the stretch. There we go, and then just hold that. I'm still squeezing this back glute here, and we got about 15 seconds, so let's just hang out. Breathe and enjoy that stretch. Perfect. Right in there. And join me for classic pigeon pose here. So what I want you to do is go 1 knee up out in front. Depending on flexibility here, hold on, let me get a little bit more middle. You might have your foot up like in line with the knee, or you might have to bend this a little bit more, and then we're coming down, chest to the knee. All right, here we go. Ninja trick. To get a little bit deeper into this stretch, you're gonna just slightly crawl this foot back. And that right there is absolutely perfect for me. So deep breath. And then exhale, and then as you exhale, I'm going to just slightly try to sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. So we should be big time in the glute here. If you're not feeling that much, you could try to move this up a little bit more. So as you can see, there's no way I could get my foot in line with my knee here. I got to have this bent. Most people probably do. But if you need a little more stretch, try to bring that up. Let's get another couple deep breaths, and then we'll switch it. Sink a little deeper. Perfect. And boom, switch it over. So I have my right foot up. You might be opposite there, but get that up. Some people might have to be a little bit more to the outside. I like going a little bit more to the inside here. And then I'm gonna crawl this back, and then we're breathing again. Nice deep breath. So all of these stretches are gonna be lower body hips. Most of my viewers are men, so if you are watching this and you are a man, you know you are tight through the hamstrings, through the hips, and we need some flexibility and some stretching there. So that is the entire focus of this post-workout stretch routine here. Deep breath. Perfect. If you need to get a little deeper into that stretch, good. Walk that foot back. You can go a little bit lower to the ground. Think chest more on the knee. And just hang out and enjoy. Should feel good, not agonizing. And let's do it. Okay, best stretch ever. So you guys are going to join me 90-90 position. Your heel should be in line with your knee here, and then we're going to grab this heel and pull this knee back and get a nice stretch on the quads here. All right, so go heel to butt, pull that knee back a little bit. So we got a great stretch on the quads without having to stand up and try to balance or go grab a chair or go to the wall. And then at the same time, we're gonna work a little bit of mobility on this other hip here. So join me, just start bringing this knee up a little bit and then bring it back down. We should hold at the bottom for a little bit where you try to get the back of this knee to the ground, or I should say, kind of side of the knee to the ground. But keep the stretch over here. So a lot of times we get super tight through the inner thigh, the glutes, the quads, the hip flexors, and our hips just don't move like they should. And then we get a lot of stress in the low back, and that's why we just tend to have that annoying, nagging tightness and low back pain. So little drills like this can help big time. 2, 1, and good. All right, switch it over. All right, same thing. You're gonna go 90-90 here. So heels in line with the knee. 2, 1, pull that back, pull the heel to the butt, get a nice stretch on the quad, and then start working this little bit of mobility right here. All right. Oh, perfect. And we got, if we've ever done any research on hips, right, everybody kind of knows like hip flexors and glutes are what a lot of people key on, but we also need to work these ranges of motion. Internal, external rotation is where we get very, very limited. So if we're squatting and we're deadlifting and we can't move the hips like we should or not as optimal, low back's gonna take the brunt of that. And that's why it just continues to be mad at you, because it's moving or taking too much stress. So these little drills are awesome. Couple more. And got it. All right, gonna lay down with me. We're gonna do a hamstring floss. So here's what this is gonna look like. You're gonna start 90 degrees here, and then we're just gonna do 5-second holds where we try to straighten the leg, and then we'll bend it back down, and we'll just continue doing that for 50 seconds here. All right, let's get it. So hand right behind the hamstrings here, and then try to straighten your leg so you get a nice stretch, but it shouldn't be agonizing. All right, get a nice deep stretch, and then hold for like roughly 5 seconds. All right, and then bring it back down. All right, let it relax, and then come up. Oh, this is nice. So for me, like, yeah, I'm tight through the hamstrings, but a lot of it's this inner thigh right here. So you're probably feeling a lot of that too, where just this inner thigh feels like it's gonna almost rip off the bone. All right. Well, that we need to work on, and this flossing and really help to loosen this up if you get in a good routine of doing this after every workout, or even like during the day. You can pop down and do this basically every single day. 2, 1, and nice. All right, switch it over. All right, again, get roughly 90 degrees here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like hands locked and behind the hamstrings here, and we're rocking. Ooh, this one's worse. This one's a little bit worse. Right, so I gotta hold a little bit more. Okay, so go 5 seconds roughly right there. All right, again, if you can fully straighten your leg, awesome. I'm guessing most of you, when you're in this 90 degree position with the hips here, you're gonna be a little limited through the hamstrings, through the adductor, through that inner thigh area. Right. Adductors. Right. Little floss, little stretch, and hold, hold, hold. Right, after this, we'll work on the inner thigh just a little bit more, because we probably need a lot of work there. Got a couple more, one more, and got it. All right, join me for classic frogger. Here, so from the front, we're just gonna look like this. We're gonna rock back till we get a nice stretch in here. I'm gonna do it from the side, and then I'm gonna give you 2 positions that we can get into here. All right, so you can either be up here on the hands, right, or you can bring it down here. I like being on the forearms here. And then I'm just gonna gradually rock back and forth on this until I find that. All right, hold for a little bit. I get bored stretching, so I tend to make these dynamic. But you can just find that deep stretch right here and hold it. If you like getting just a little rock back and forth, go with that, whatever works best for you. All right, deep breath. Perfect. Inner thigh, we gotta open these things up. All right, let those hips breathe, let them loosen up, let everything move like it should be moving. Deep breath. And good. We're going just a classic 1 minute child's pose. So depending on how flexible you are, find some position between your knees, sit your butt back, bring the arms out, and then we're just hanging out here and we're breathing for a minute. All right, let's get it. Deep breath. Exhale. And then every exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper into this stretch. So try to, if you can, go inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Sink a little deeper and rinse and repeat. Perfect. Get about 2 or 3 more deep breaths here. Two, 1, and good. And thus concludes our 10-minute post-workout stretch routine. Thanks for hanging out there. Hopefully we feel a little loosened up, a little calmed down there. Recovery process starting, so we're ready to rock our next workout. Speaking of which, if you do need another workout to do and you're working out at home or you just need some dumbbells, body weight one here, or if you have dumbbells, dumbbell exercise or dumbbell workout right there. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next video.